Welcome back, everyone, to Game 2 of Swiss Round 3 from World Championship Weekend 2015 here in Minneapolis. We are once again joined by David Tietze. Hi, David.
Hi, Andy. How you doing?
I'm good, my friend. Always a pleasure to have your insight into these games, especially as the Jedi player on the right. That's you, my friend. Good to see you at the top table during Swiss. We've got Flight of the Crow. What's the middle one there?
It's Mysteries of the Rim, the one where you can move the Force tokens around.
Tactics Protectors. And Core Obi-Wan. David,
that's right.
David, I love you. Okay, we'll talk about the Jedi deck in a second. Over on Quentin, We've got Quentin de Vaucressen, the French national champion, over here in America, fighting out for Europe. He looks like he's running Mono Imperial with Tarkin Doctrine, Enforced Loyalty, and Might of the Empire, is that?
Yep. I think it's, Might of the Empire, the
Elite Capital
Chimera
ships.
Pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So, speaking of Chimera, there he is, turn 1.
Mm-hmm.
Commits, and a mouse droid. And passes over to you. That is a very nice force token in the middle there. Looks like a custom token.
Yeah, it's. I think he said that he got that at one of the regional or national events in France. So those are always kind of cool to see the new swag that people bring over.
Yeah.
And just how neat everybody's ideas are, and how different people will play the game.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely the French. I think we mentioned it before the cast. Actually, David, the French community over there, they're really kind of on the ball and have quite large events and a good meta behind them. So keep doing what you're doing over there in continental Europe. Doing well.
Absolutely.
And looks like a turn 1 resource and a Outer Rim Mystic.
Yeah, this wasn't an ideal flop for me. Obviously, you want to see Mysteries of the Rim, or you want to see May the Force be with you when you're running Trissaw.
Yeah.
But I did not get it on that turn. But this deck can handle that. You know, you just have to play it a lot more slowly and just kind of build a board, and then eventually strike when the iron's hot and when you're ready for it.
So I'm going to take a guess here. Are you basically just building Force user card draw mechanics with Core Obi-Wan's pod? That's
right.
One of the main synergies going on here. So Core Obi-Wan, it's been a while since I've seen that on the table.
Well, there's some great cards in it. Jedi Mind Trick is a personal favorite of mine, you know, where you can just, you know, their first unit they slap on, you know, obviously the light side is a Force, and it's worth the resource just to lock them down.
Yeah.
Especially if they pay a main, if they're Sith, or if they try and get Tarkin or Thrawn out turn 1, it's fantastic. Plus, with all the extra guns we're facing, you know, with Rancor and all that stuff, Desperate Hour and its shielding ability instantly is quite excellent.
Yeah, so. For sure. And Core Obi-Wan's no slouch. Let's not forget
absolutely.
The big man himself. Looks like quite a passive first turn. Just commit to both units to the Force.
Well, the card that I've got in the deck of why you want to commit a bunch of Force users is, of course, My Ally is the Force.
Ah, yes, the board clear.
From Crow's Pod. And so against Navy, it's pretty brutal, especially when they try and swarm a board and start trying to be really oppressive. Then you can just clear off all their units.
Yeah.
So.
And with Yoda on the table and committed, and no easy way to lock him down with the Outer Rim Mystic, that is a Force struggle that Quentin's going to find it hard to win going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Nida. Apology accepted, Captain.
That's right.
So, do we have a few more capital ships to come out for Quentin?
Well, if he uses Nida's resource, you know, he could obviously bring out one of anything, the Corellian gunship or, you know, Imperial Raiders. I'm not sure if he's running those, but there's a lot of 3-cost ones out there. So let's see how it plays out. So the Death Star dial is at 3, which isn't very significant because Chimera has 4 health, but you know, it's kind of interesting when you play that first turn Yoda, how it really kind of builds him up from Yoda UC Yoda.
Yeah, it does. I mean, to the point where I sometimes consider not playing nudges early game if I need Yoda to have his guns. Turn 1 nudge is maybe not the way to go. So, yeah, all you need here is a heat or a lightsaber deflection, and that's some damage going back on Quentin's side. And Quentin does decide to attack here. So he's only...
Yep, and it is dangerous for me to defend with Yoda unless I'm sure I've got the edge, because, of course, when Chimera focuses, he can get 3 guns.
Seeds, I would imagine. Oh, I was gonna guess you had a seeds for the sure lockdown. But no. Ooh. The infamous words, "I have an action."
There's my most desperate hour to save Yoda from beyond the depths there. So Yoda's going to live through this turn, and he's going to get 3 guns on the Chimera, and we're going to lock down Nita.
So you absorb the tactics with the shield and
That's right.
take the damage from the guns.
Well, actually, I absorbed the tactics with the Outer Rim Mystic because of his ability. So, yep.
Yeah. Now, do you tactics Chimera here to keep it out of the game?
I think I wanted to make sure I got the Force this turn
to
be able to ping the damage from Enforced Loyalty, just in case I wanted to keep building my board or do anything like that. So
yeah, I mean, you're always going to have the opportunity on your turn to swing in and lay another tactics just to lock Chimera out. So good call, keeping Nida out of the Force struggle there.
I guess I didn't remember to put on the damage to the objective there, which is a mistake on my part.
You weren't attacking.
Well, but I kept the Force.
Oh, yeah, I'll get. Yeah. It's like,
and Quentin's a gentleman. That's why we like Quentin.
Yeah, there's no hard decision there. I think everyone would put it on Enforced Loyalty. So
yeah.
So Mysteries of the Rim. Is that the one? Anytime you win an edge battle, the Force changes? No, that's the other one, isn't it? What's Mysteries of the Rim?
Of course, playing the Lost Master there, drawing a card. It's using core Obi-Wan's ability to be with that set, with Trisaw's set, and all those Force users. You can really build a great hand.
Oh yeah, that's the ability on Mysteries of the Rim. You can just move a focus token from it to a Force user, can't you?
Yeah.
And there he is, Sir Alec Guinness.
And of course, Obi-Wan's reaction is whenever you go to an edge battle, they have to play the first one face up.
Yeah.
So, and then drawing the other card for because of Obi-Wan's reaction or the objective. Now, when you remember it, it's pretty strong, and you can go into their turn, with a significant number of cards in hand. I'm just supremely confident in your edge battles. So,
I've got to imagine most of the units you're going to be wanting to play on the board here in this deck are Force users as well. So, the majority of the time, it will draw you a card. And Obi-Wan swings with 2 tactics and a blast.
That's right, and it's really to lock down his board here and prevent, of course, Nita from using his resource.
Yeah.
So
Quentin asks you to pay 2 so that you don't put some more damage on Enforced Loyalty. Using Tarkin
Which I'm not able to do. Yep.
Looks like Tarkin Doctrine is the secondary target.
That's right.
And 1 on each.
Yep. Now, of course, I've just drawn a couple cards from playing 2 cards, and so Yoda right now is going to be a supremely outstanding defender. So right now I'm trying to think, is it worth swinging, getting the extra damage, or should I hold back a little bit and play some defense? So let's say I went a little bit more aggressive here.
I think I agree with that. The putting the extra damage on, it edges you towards your win condition. Quentin's only going to nudge the dial up to 4 on his turn, so there's even if he blows up all 3, the game's not over.
And of course, with Enforced Loyalty, you got to be a little scared because Yularen and all the Imperial Fists and stuff that can come out. So I'm always hesitant to just put 2 damage on something.
Yes, it's begging out for for those new Imperial cards to shift the damage. But so Yoda on 1 health, relying on him to hold the fort this turn.
That's right.
And there's Quentin's,
not too worried about it.
Quentin's first resource, the officer from Thunderflare's
That's
pod.
right.
Love those
That's
guys. 1/1 resource, not limited, so you can just accelerate your resource curve pretty quickly.
Absolutely. Of course, the flip side is, you can also get just a handful of resources.
Yes.
Can be very frustrating.
And there's the Death Squadron Command. That's a huge resource, 3/3, and it refreshes every time an objective is destroyed.
That's right. But so far, not any units, and so I'm wondering, when's the hammer going to drop here?
Yeah. 5 to play with.
That's right.
And Nida makes capital ships a bit cheaper.
There's the Thunderflare.
I love that card. I'm not going to lie to you, David. I love that card.
I do too, and it works well with Ularn's pod. Obviously, the moving of damage is quite outstanding once it gets to strike. So
and now here's the trick: would you want to swing if Thunderflare's your only unit this turn? I don't think you can afford to swing as Quentin.
I'd be pretty intimidated with me having 6 cards in hand.
Yeah. And Thunderflare's such a great blocker with the 3 guns built in. Now, Stormtrooper Assault Team, that is a unit I'd be happy to swing with.
Well, once again, it's all about the edge battle. So if I block with Yoda with either of those guys, the other one's going to get locked down.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Freeing up a resource. Oh.
Yeah, I decided to keep the targeted guy out of commission for a couple turns here.
Oh, and of course the light side, the balance is with you, so it's 2 force, two tokens go on the assault team there.
That's right.
Mind trick.
And they're of course using the objective's ability to its maximized potential there to pull it off. And of course, if I get a force illusion here, he's only got 1 defender.
Yeah, you can force him to not block.
100% right.
Now that's just can only not block 1 engagement, isn't it? It's not the whole turn.
Well, and it's also a Jedi unit's attacking alone. But the great thing about Obi-Wan is he's got 2, force icons or tactics icons.
So even if if he's the only one that gets through, you can lock down the Thunderflare, of course. Yeah.
100%.
So it looks like another resource down there. Is that Valley of the Jedi from Flight Crow?
It's the good one, yeah.
It's
the best one.
Such amazing resources in those Echoes of the Force cycles.
Absolutely.
Jedi in hiding with a blast, Obi-Wan with a blast, and Yoda. So 3 blasts on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So probably still out of range this turn, unless you've got any tricks up your sleeve.
Well, the big trick, is obviously the gift from the past, where you can take one of the commit cards and swing it to another player and decommit it. I'll tell you, it's pretty brutal if you can swing twice with the Moldy Crow in one turn.
Yeah, that's a lot of pain. That's a lot of blast damage. Looks like Yoda goes in.
Yeah. And the reason is because either he's going to block with Thunderflare or he's not, but I have an opportunity to kill Thunderflare here.
Yeah.
Especially with all the drawn cards that I've gotten. So.
Yeah, it's risky. Even you've got, as you say, the events to stop you declaring blockers. Even if you just as simple as a Seeds of Decay with a Thunderflare committed.
Yep.
Yoda is then going to hit it for a lot of damage. But again,
of course, it puts Quentin really in a tough spot here.
Yeah, the tactics on Yoda, you're kind of forced to block, really. It's block now or don't block at all, really.
Yep.
So decides to block. Yoda has edge, of course, from Flight of the Crow.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why I passed turn 1 there. He throws one down. And he's all in.
Four for you. And there's the seeds.
Yep.
And an echoes and a heat. Oh, so if one doesn't work, the other will.
Yeah, I had a handful of edge cards, it looks like. So I just need to get rid of them. But Yoda's going to just swing away and kill off the Thunder Flare here. So
yeah.
This would be good. And now my tactics is used to lock down Nita. I can use the 2 from Obi-Wan to keep the Chimera locked down too. So really, it's going to be tough going from Quentin going on forward. So
with this board, David, you're expecting that you're going to swing with Obi-Wan and effectively leave no one on the defense.
Probably. But I tend to be a much more aggressive player.
Yeah. It's always good to see. Yep, locking down Nida. So Chimera's the only one that will come back at the moment.
Right. And now I've got the magic 3 on Enforced Loyalty, so even if he did use Yularen or an Imperial Fist...
Still going to be damaged.
Exactly.
Looks like an event coming out here. Paying 2 for something. Oh, being asked to pay 2 from Tarkin Doctrine. I see.
That's right.
And yeah, Obi-Wan does swing to lock down Chimera, so again, Quentin's got to deploy any units he wants to use.
Right.
Now goes to 5.
But he's only got, let's see, 1, 2, 3 units open? Or 3 resources? So that was the other...
3...
Or 4. He's got 4 resources.
Yeah, 4 with the officer at the back.
Yeah. So...
But again, well, just no, I was going to say tractor beam there, but there's no other vehicle to put it on. So the Chimera is not going to get freed up anytime soon.
Yeah, and I like having the Jedi there with 2 black guns. You know, it's got 1 health, which is supremely weak.
Yeah.
But, you know, the 2 black guns are nice, especially if you're able to get them off. So. Plus, if you blow something up, I might get May the Force be with you. That I could really start doing some fun shenanigans.
True. Looks like Quentin has drawn into an Imperial Fist, so may be able to slow this game down and put some damage on your side of the board and repair his up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Plays a control room, so he's got resources for days now.
Yeah, I think I can see Yularen in the hand as well on the far left, so he's got both options available.
Yeah.
Again.
Goes for the tactician there. And there's Yularen. Yep. So.
Yeah, decisions.
He's going to try and survive as long as possible with a slow swinging Jedi deck here. So. And it's interesting, you know, I found a lot of people whenever I flipped core Obi-Wan's objective would really go after it because they hated it.
Yeah,
they really hated
well,
it. I draw cards.
When I'm up against Sith and Council's flipped, that's only 1 card a turn, and I can't get rid of that objective quick enough. So when Obi's giving you 1, 2, maybe 3 cards a turn, that's definitely going to be a priority for me.
He has both fists.
Oh, baby!
That's right.
Like brand new. Look at those objectives healing straight back up. And we've got a game, suddenly. So it's like Quentin's deciding Enforced Loyalty is beyond repair. I'd rather get full use out of all those damage reflects and... send it all back your way.
But he is all taxed out, so I'm really praying I see the crow on this turn.
That's true. Wide open board.
That is it, man.
Dow's at 8 now, though, with 2 objectives destroyed.
That's right.
So
So I only need 3 blast against Tarkin Doctrine, and 1 against Enforced Loyalty if I get the Crow. So, and then I'll have enough resources to be able to pay for the Tarkin tax.
Yep.
So another Core Obi. And,
there's the draw.
Still no May the Force be with you. So
Well, I think you've kind of... This almost forces you to try and close out this turn, David, because with the dial will click up to 9 next turn, and then all Quentin would need to do is put 2 damage on the middle objective, and that would be game. So suddenly it went from really comfortable position for you to, as you say, you've got to draw some blast here, in my opinion.
That's right.
So go explore that valley a little deeper. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and no defenders open. Crow will take out Might of the Empire, and there's enough blast from those main characters to pay the tax.
Yeah, and with the Valley of the Jedi, I've still got 3 resources open.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just showing Quentin all the math with his board locked down. Yep, that's it.
Clinical game. So yeah, clutch Crow coming out to close the game out there exactly when you needed him.
That's right.
Janor's swinging in for the emergency rescue. Beautiful, beautiful play. There's the old score sheet. Marked down a 2-0 victory for David. So David secures both games and likelihood stays up and near the top table. Quentin moves on. I'm sure we'll see him later on in the videos. I'm sure he makes it quite deep into the tournament. So it's not the last we'll see of either of these players, I'm sure. But 2 great games there, and an interesting Jedi deck. I think I'm going to go away and build that Jedi deck now, David. You've whet my appetite. So thanks.
Well, it's a fun way to play for sure.
If you like to draw cards in card games, yes, I suggest this deck. So thanks again for joining, David. Always good to see your face and get your insight on these games, especially when you're playing. So a pleasure to have you.
Well, it's a pleasure to be on, Andy. Thank you.
No problem at all, my friend. So thanks to you guys for watching. That was round 3 of Swiss. Stay tuned. Round 4 will be up shortly. Thank you very much.